How you guys doing? It's a beautiful, wonderful day today. My name is Roy, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite topic, which is, as you know, is finance. So we're going to be talking about finance. We're going to be talking about money, and more importantly, we'll be talking about our foreign reserve. Yeah, it's currently trending. People are talking about the foreign reserve because it has went up. So that's what I'm going to be talking about mainly in this video. But before we go into the meat of the matter, before we go into the thick of it, before we start discussing foreign reserve, we have to talk about finance in general and money. Personally, I think people don't stress the importance of money, the importance of financial freedom. I think people don't really stress it enough. Money is such an important part of our life that, everyone should have a basic understanding of money, a basic education, not just understanding, a basic education on finance, how it works, how to attain financial freedom. And the funny part is, the truth about money is hidden, because those that have acquired money often hides their secrets, how they made this money. You will see many books out there about money, but most times after reading those books, you will discover that most of the things that are on those books are already on public domains. You can actually Google them and see them. They don't actually put their secret ingredients, how they actually got their money. They don't put it in that books because they don't want everybody to know it. That is a closely guided secret that is meant for their children, those that will continue their legacy. So I think that at the very least, we need to have the financial education so that we can at least, even if we are not megally rich, we can at least be financially stable and have some sort of, freedom. So we need to be financially educated. We need to know about this money, since it's so important to us, since it's a very important aspect of our life. We need to learn how money works, how money moves. We need to understand the financial system of things. We need to know the dynamic of money. We need to know how money changes. We need to understand the evolution of money. We need to learn about the history of money so that we can really know how to, acquire this money. There are so many poor people out there because of lack of financial education. So they lack this education, and that is why so many people are poor. The vast majority of the population are poor because they lack financial education. If you ask a poor man now what is money, to explain money, to give you a little, background on money, the highest they can say is that money is a mixture of exchange. It's what you use to buy something. But do you know that money is more than that? It's much more than that. Money has, undergo evolution over the years. So we need to know the history of money. We need to understand how money has undergone these several changes. Currently, as I'm talking to you, money is like a huge tree with so many branches. And in this video today, we are going to be touching on some of these branches, so you get to know them, and then you get to, educate yourself. You know your history of money. You know that money started with the barter system. That is the origin of money. It started with the barter system, whereby people exchange goods for other goods. You give me yam, I give you gari. But you see, that system didn't last very long because you cannot really measure the value in that exchange. Some might be getting the upper end of the exchange. So after some years, coin was discovered as a means of money. You have different coin and different objects, your carries and all that. Then after some years again, paper money was invented. So people started using paper money to buy goods and services. And people started storing this paper money in somewhere. By the way, that is how bank started. So bank started storing money for people, and then the bank started issuing receipts that you can use to come and get your money. And this is in a way how check came to be. So people started using check, and then as you see, as times goes on, the means of exchange, which is money, it keeps changing, it keeps undergoing different change. When technology came into the picture, people started using credit cards and debit card, and the people started storing money. People started having online accounts where you can actually see your money, what you've deposited in the physical bank. You can actually open your phone and you see it there. And then even when cryptocurrency came into the scene, you see people started having wallets to store crypto. And so money has undergone several changes over the years, and now money is, like I said earlier, a huge tree with so many branches. We have so many players when it comes to money and finance in general. So we have so many players. We have the International Monetary Fund, we have the World Banks, we have the World Trade Organization. We have so many agencies that plays a role in the evolution of money. So when someone tells you that money is a means of exchange, is what you use to buy goods, what you use to buy services, it's not wrong, but that is a very basic concept of money. So you that is educated, you should know that money is much more than that. Money has other function. Money can act as a store of value. Money can act as a unit of measurement. Money can act as a unit of an account, as a tool for speculation, especially in the foreign exchange market. Money can also act as a means to acquire status, to acquire wealth. It's also a means to acquire freedom and then have options. When you have money, when you have accumulated a lot of money, is a tool that you can use to get influence in the society. You can use to get power for yourself. So money has a lot of function. And then when you talk about the value of money has also changed, has also undergone an evolution of its own over the years, and it is still undergoing this evolution. You see that the value of money is being affected by economic policies. Sometimes there will be inflation of money will have more value. Sometimes there will be deflation, the value will go down, and then money can be used to set fiscal policy. So the value undergoes changes over time, the function undergoes changes over time. And so you see, money is such an interesting topic to discuss. So you should know that we are not just talking about money itself, we are talking about finance in generally, how to get this money, how to acquire this money, and education on money. There is a saying that in order for you to know where you are going to, you must know where you are coming from. The history of money covers where money is coming from, and you can go to YouTube, you can Google the history of money, and you can read more on that, and then you can follow the story so that you can know where money is currently sitting at. And that's why we are here today. I said earlier that our main topic would be on foreign reserve, especially our foreign reserve as Nigerians, but we're going to be talking about foreign reserve in general. Let's jump into our main discussion, which is foreign reserve. So the first thing you need to know is, what are foreign reserve? Your euros and your pounds and other foreign currency. But foreign reserve don't just keep foreign currency, they keep other assets as well. For instance, you have gold. Foreign reserve simply means assets that are kept by a country's central bank in foreign currencies. These are money that we keep in our central bank, like Nigeria. our central bank, they keep foreign reserve there, and the foreign reserve are not in nairas, they are foreign currency. That's why they are called foreign reserve, or sometimes we call them foreign exchange reserve. So that is foreign reserve. And then the currency there most times are, foreign currency, like your US dollars. Gold can be stored as assets in your foreign reserve. We also have assets like foreign government bonds, like the US treasuries. These are like loan that we give to foreign bodies, foreign countries. So we have the foreign government bonds, and then we also have assets like the SDRO, the special drawing right, which is issued by the International Monetary Fund. I'll come back to SDR so that I can explain it fully later on in this video. So someone can ask, why do we hold foreign assets? Why is there need to hold foreign assets? So one of the reasons why we hold a foreign reserve, or why we have foreign currency in our reserve, is to facilitate international trade. So when we want to import goods into the country, we have to pay in foreign currency from the country we are importing from. So this is one of the reasons we have foreign reserve. So it is from that reserve that we have, it is from that foreign reserve that we pay for imports. Then another reason why we hold foreign assets is that to have stability, so that there will be stability in our currency. For example, if the naira is falling, the price of the naira is falling and the naira is devaluing, we can sell some of our foreign assets, and they will use that money to buy the naira, so that we can prop up the naira and create stability for the naira. So currency stability is another reason why we hold foreign assets in our reserve. We also use the money in our reserve to service debts. Sometimes we borrow money from international bodies like the IMF, the World Banks. It is from our foreign reserve that we use to service some of these debts, especially short-term debts that we have to pay off within a year. So we take money from our foreign reserve to service debt. And another reason, again, a very important reason why we keep assets in our foreign reserve, why we have foreign reserve, is to build investors' confidence. We have international investors and assets managers out there that are looking at our economy. They are looking to invest in our economy. So if we have enough money in our reserve, the investor will see that these people have money in their in their votes, so they can actually pay us. So they can actually be true to their promise to pay us. When we invest in the country, we can actually get our get the profit from our investment. So when you have enough money in your foreign reserve, it boosts foreign investors' interest in your country. So it boosts their confidence as well. And we also hold foreign reserve in the case of emergency. When there are emergencies, such as when there is pandemic like the COVID-19 pandemic, if a country does not have foreign reserve, it will be very difficult for that country to navigate through that period of time. So when there is emergency, it is from that reserve that we pull out funds to do what, to cater for that emergency, like pandemic. Now, one very important role that foreign reserve plays is that foreign reserves are used to back our local currencies, which is a liability. Our local currency is a liability. It does not have as much value as we think it have. The value of our currency is pegged to how much is in our reserve and how well we do in foreign exchange. So many people that are not educated will think that when there is maybe inflation in the country, or when there is economic recession, people will just think, naive people and ignorant people will just say that there is central bank now, why don't they just go and print money? Printing of money is never the solution. In fact, printing of money will do more harm than good. It will devalue the money more. So what foreign reserve does is that it acts as something that we use to back our currency. So whenever the economy is not doing well, or whenever our naira, for instance, is not doing well, what we do is we don't print more naira. What we do is that we sell some of our foreign currency, and then we use that money to buy naira. Are you seeing it? An exchange has taken place there now. So you sell your dollar to buy naira. That means you sell the dollar, and then you bring more naira into the country. That is foreign exchange. That is what gives your naira value. So now let's talk about how foreign reserve works. What's the mechanism? How does it all come together? So how do we get this foreign reserve? One of the ways to get foreign reserve is when there is a trade surplus. You tend to have foreign reserve. That is when your export is more than your import. When you are exporting more than imports, that is trade surplus. And when there is trade surplus, foreign currency tend to flow into your foreign reserve. So that's one way to get foreign reserve. Another way to get foreign reserve is when there is capital inflows from foreign investment and remittances. That is, those people that invested in your country. We have foreign investment portfolios, like foreign asset managers that buy our bonds, our treasury bills. You see that when these foreign investors, when they invest in our bonds and treasury bill, we tend to they tend to pay in dollar, and this is another way money flows into the foreign reserve. And then there is also remittances. Our diaspora, those abroad, they tend to send money to their family here in Nigeria, or they send money for one project or the other. This money that they are sending to Nigeria, this money comes in foreign currency. So this money flows into our reserve first before they now convert it to naira, before it now comes into the country. So this is another way that money comes into our foreign reserve. And then I must mention this one is one of the major way we grow in fact, it's the number one way we grow our foreign reserve is through the sales of our natural resources. And when I say natural resources, I actually means our crude oil. So when we sell our crude oil, they pay us in dollars, they pay us in pounds, in Europe, depending on who we are selling to. So this is one of the major way that foreign money flows into our reserve. So from the sales of our natural resources, our crude oil. And also when there is good management in our central banks, when there is good management in place, because this foreign reserve, they don't just sit there idle, they don't just sit there like that. Some of these assets are being invested, like our government bonds. We sell them to people. So if there is a good management in our CBN, we see that we will tend to acquire more foreign currency into our reserve. So we have export greater than import, we have selling of our crude oil, we have selling of government bonds and treasury bills. We also have foreign investors investing into our economy, investing into buying our stocks and investing into Nigeria's economy. So this is how money tends to flow into our foreign reserve. This recording is getting very long, and you know that nowadays our attention span is very, very short. So I think I'm going to end the recording here for today. So I'll bring a part 2, then we'll continue this conversation in the next recording. So before I let you go, I will please want you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification button so that you get notified whenever I drop another video. So this is here I draw the curtain. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.